Good afternoon, students. This is Dr. Morgan Phenix coming to you from Stanley, Virginia. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. The rain is coming down out there, so it's going to be a quiet Sunday, I hope. Alrighty, here we go into week 8, and I hope this course has been beneficial to you. I hope that you have learned some things that you can use in your professional work or in your studies or your ongoing studies, and I hope that the topic of diversity is one that fascinates you and guides you and draws you toward celebration and toward honor. Okay, once again, diversity not a problem that needs fixing. Okay, it's a fact, and it's a fact that should draw us into very, very exciting and engaging activities. Okay, for week 8, this is it. The number one project, of course, is your final diverse school proposal project, and it has 8 headings. Remember that all 8 headings must be covered. You lose 20 points for most of these, and 10 for mission or vision if you would happen to leave it out altogether. It happens every now and then when somebody gets busy and just forgets to do one of them. But all of them are equally important, yet you don't have to accentuate them equally. Program description certainly would have to be the key piece of your project, separate from the introduction and the mission and the vision. Those things are guiding lights, all right? But the program description is where the most important parts are. Also, if you are doing a project within a school, you can cut back a lot on the whole issue of budget as to where you're going to raise the money for it. Perhaps your project would be part of the school program and the local school budget. Likewise, charters. Our charter schools are funded by public funds. Alrighty. So the 8 headings, you must have that. If you are looking carefully at the rubric, I grade generally from the rubric, because the project assignment instructions indicate a lot of subheadings, and the rubric indicates subheadings. Use those that are important and that guide you toward a better project. Okay, just use those ones, those subheadings which seem to be critically important for you, and that will make your project a more effective one. Okay, but and you can even dispense with some that do not relate to what you're doing. Alrighty, but the 8 headings must all be there. Once again, and I can't emphasize this too much, it's a separate lesson to be learned from this course and for use anywhere and everywhere. If you're doing a PowerPoint option, you can either do a text presentation of your final project or a PowerPoint. I love the PowerPoints. I think they're a lot of fun. But it goes minimal text on the screen. The detail goes in the speaker's notes out of sight. Out of sight. Your audience does not want to read text or as you tell them about what's going on. You have graphics, you have pie charts, you have pictures, photographs, and so on. Boy, the rain is really coming down now. Okay, you are the expert in the room, speaking from the speaker's notes. Alrighty, your final project must be uploaded into live text. That's your professional portfolio for Liberty University and the graduate school, and it must be is part of your professional portfolio. This project is, and in Blackboard. It's got to be submitted 2 different places. Okay, live text to receive any credit for the assignment. That's a requirement from Liberty University, and then also in Blackboard, which it makes it much easier for me to link the points that you receive on your final project, which are substantial, typically between 140 and 150 points. And if you don't upload it in Blackboard, it's harder for me to link those points directly to your final grade. Alrighty, and finally, the week 8 option. I'm sure you've been following along with that. I hope so. You have an option to either do a journal article critique as usual, or you could do a revision of an earlier one that you didn't do so well on, or it could be a good one as well. But you must indicate that it's a revision at the top and the grade that you received on the original, from week 3 or week 4 or week 6, whatever. Okay. Or you may do a 1-page case study from one of the 2 week 7 alternates that you didn't choose. There's Dan, Emily, and Robert. So if you did Dan in week 7 for the full case study, you can do a 1-page summary of one of the other ones of Robert or Emily. Okay, and the SWOT is a list only, and the case recommendations a list only. If you write an essay there, it's going to go over the 1 page for sure. And I also want to remind you that the course evaluations, please comment about this week 8 option if it has made it easier than you think it might have been to do an additional journal article critique. Alrighty, that's it for me. I hope it's been a good experience. I hope you're feeling good about this and ready to start a new term, I'm guessing, in the fall. I'm going to take a break from teaching this course, or for teaching it all online. I've done it now for over 4 years without a single break, and it's just time. And so I want to thank you all for for the time we've spent together. I hope it's been beneficial to you, and I just pray that as you move forward into your work and your studies, that diversity, which of course, what's wrong with this picture? I don't, some of the key things that we hopefully we have learned from is that diversity is not always a clear is not reflected clearly in the powers and privileges to be. All right, and that is one of those things that we've got to work at. Okay, and it only becomes a problem if we see it as a problem. But it should be a challenge and an exciting one to make things better, to make things more appropriate, to make things more reflecting of the world that we live in. And it's a remarkable world. Okay. Well, God bless you, each and every one, and we'll see you next time. I wish you all well. And we'll see you later. Bye bye.